My name is Dr. Claire Tupling. I'm a senior lecturer at the University of Derby. I think the advice that I would give either to my youngest self or to a young person is to not be put off by thinking that your stammer is going to get in the way of doing a job like mine that requires a lot of speaking. So if it's something that you want to do, then you should go for it. Having a stammer isn't an easy thing, but that doesn't mean that you can't be a good communicator. It doesn't mean that you can't do presenting like I do. So I do lots of presenting with a stammer. So I would say to any young person, just give it a go. If you think you want to go into a job like teaching, then you've got every right to try that. I would say that having a stammer doesn't mean that you're a bad communicator. I think having a stammer can make you a better communicator. It makes you a better listener in a lot of cases. And so you often think about how you're going to say something and what you're going to say. And I think you can actually be a much better communicator if you have a stammer. Having a stammer, it can help you develop a thick skin, because I think it is the case that there are some people that will say things that are not very kind, that there are people will think that they have permission to make jokes about your stammer. And that does happen from time to time. Either people say inappropriate comments, or they make assumptions about my ability, or they might try and speak for me. But there are plenty of others that actually don't particularly care, as long as I get the job done. And most of the time I get the job done. There are those people that would be very supportive if they were aware that there was any problematic behavior. So I think you've got to trust your colleagues. I think you might have to brush off some comments, otherwise you'd spend a lot of time fighting back inappropriate comments. That'd just waste your time. So I think you can just I think you've got to learn to pick your battles that with the way people treat you if you have a stammer. But I think you should also have the confidence to be able to confront and challenge those problematic comments or problematic behavior. So generally I would say that, yeah, I'm supported at work to be able to speak in the way that I need to be able to speak. And if that means stammering, then that is acceptable. 13-year-old self, gosh, I think my 13-year-old self would be quite shocked, really, but shocked in a positive way. I think they'd be quite amazed that I do the things that I do. I think at 13 I was reluctant to speak. If I didn't have to, I would try and hide my stammer as much as possible. And the idea of standing up in a lecture theatre or seminar room or on Zoom or on a video lecture, for example, would just be my worst nightmare. And I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying, wow, it's the most exciting thing that I do, but I do it, and yeah, I think I do a reasonably good job. At least I hope I do a reasonably good job. So yeah, I think my 13-year-old self would be quite. They would be proud of what I'm doing now.